You know what that sound means. Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton joins us again via Zoom.
Yeah, this morning he's focusing on spring break travel, so it's only fitting that he's on the road. He's down in Florida enjoying the sunshine, Krista.
Oh, I'm jealous. Jealous, Doc.
No, it sounds like all of us are going to be enjoying some sunlight. I mean, Justin's forecast sounds pretty nice. We're only about 5 degrees difference down here in Florida. You're down here for a couple of meetings, but enjoyed Universal yesterday. Going to go see Disney, Mickey tomorrow. And so, yeah, looking forward to it. And this with a partial government shutdown and everything going on, there's definitely some things that people can do to make sure they stay healthier, not only emotionally, but physically on their travel over spring break over the next few weeks.
What sorts of things would you like people to know if they're heading toward theme parks? And, you know, it's all fun and games, but if you're not careful, it can get a little out of control.
It can. I mean, first and foremost, know the forecast. I mean, we're all over the place down here. Yesterday, you know, we ended up at the park. It started off in the mid 50s and ended up in the low 70s. So know the weather. Is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? Is it warm, cold? This is the time of year that weather's all over the place. So be aware of that. You know, dress for the occasion. Make sure you got the proper walking shoes on. That's going to save your feet, you know, 20 to 30,000 steps on an average park day, especially if you've got children and you're helping with that as well. And of course, the patience. But the one thing to also keep in mind is be aware of the rides. You know, we broke down Paul's Dizzy Bat Race. Well, this is just a theme park full of Dizzy Bat Races, and they just call them like teacups and things like that. And being aware of the vestibular system, some of the challenges you may face if you're somebody who does get a car or seasick, you know, maybe it's just a lot of these rides are some to sit out. You know, for me, I'm good for about 8 to 10 rides, and you're watching right here part of the Hulk roller coaster. Yeah, I'm good for a few times on that, and after that, I probably need to sit out a couple. So, you know, being aware of those things you can and can't do when you go to the park. Of course, those warnings actually mean something with regard to heart health, pregnancy health. You know, any of those types of things, neck and back related issues. Take those seriously if you come to the park. But most importantly, bring your patients and have a good time.
Well, you know, people at the park in the heat in Florida specifically, or anywhere in spring break, having to stay hydrated is super important. How much water do you recommend, especially, you know, if you mix in, let's say, an adult beverage or two?
Yeah, the big thing is to start before. Hydrate before. Plenty of water. Make sure you're having a good, well-rounded diet. Eat a breakfast before you go to the parks. You know, making sure that you're fueled up and ready to go. Drink water throughout the day to make sure that you stay hydrated. But also being aware that with the sun, even though it's not 80 degrees, it's not 90 degrees out here, we still have a UV index today down here in Florida of 7.7, which isn't huge, but it's still very important. Especially if you're going to be outside all day. So sunscreen, making sure you're wearing a hat, making sure we're wearing some sort of full coverage. I saw a lot of unfortunate sunburns yesterday that people probably are waking up regretting this morning. So all of those things and those preparations, because in the end, when you come back to the bluegrass, you want to say that you've had a great trip, and though the wallet is lighter, you've had a good time, you're not uncomfortable, you didn't get injured, and you just can remember the good memories and not the fact that you probably needed a little bit more SPF 50 or a little bit more water.
Doc, we only have about 20 seconds left. I wanted to ask you about simulators. Those are the things that get me the worst.
Is there virtual rides.
Yeah, is there something about virtual rides that are worse than the regular ones?
Yes, I did the Harry Potter yesterday, and I just caught the vomit comment. It's the fact that between the visual aspect of the ears, they can't get that completely right with the agreement between what your eyes see, your feet and body feel, and that your ears understand. And so those are big. If you are susceptible to vestibular dizziness, that is a huge issue. So I definitely say if you are sensitive to that, avoid those rides altogether. I personally do. I'll only do one with my kids just because they encourage me to do it, and then I feel terrible the rest of the day.
Generally safe to say somebody who's not good at dizzy bat races is probably not going to get on the vomit comment.
Yeah, take a couple of laps around the bat, and if you feel terrible, you should probably stay off a lot of those virtual rides.
Testing it at home. All right, Doc, thanks so much. Have fun in Florida, and, you know,
have a
every
great morning.
advice you
Appreciate
shared,
y'all.
take it for yourself as well.
All right, see you, Doc. Fox 56 News at 8:30 is next.
Download the Fox 56 Weather Authority app today.